Hey everyone, welcome back to another installment of I Don't Know Anime. This is the second installment. The first one was a little rough. I was trying to do some things that I've never done before. I was really tired. So I appreciate all of you that were patient with me and understanding. In fact, I think I actually called it I Don't Know Anything About Sci-Fi. Which I know plenty about sci-fi, and that's not what this is, although these first two have been very sci-fi heavy. We shared out the video a lot and got a lot of great recommendations from a lot of different people. Initially, I didn't know where to start, so I was looking up some YouTube recommendations. I know Chris Stuckman gave a lot of great recommendations, so I pulled some from there. And then just suggestions came flooding in, so I really appreciate the support. Some of my friends, knowing how much I love media, have asked how I never watched anime. And especially since I lived in Korea for a year, and I've watched a lot of foreign cinema, I just never got around to anime. You know, when I was in Korea, there was a shop that I would go to get my movies every week, and it was in a market where, you know, they had some bootlegs, and I was young and in the military, and I wanted to watch my movies. So I would go in there and I'd get an English DVD and a Korean DVD, and I'd have the guy suggest something for me, and he gave me some great stuff that I still have to this day. So I love a lot of foreign films. I've just never gotten into anime. I've watched a couple in the past. Like I know that I've seen Ghost in the Shell. That's one. Gosh. I think Ghost in the Shell and now Akira have been the two that I've watched completely that I can think of. But otherwise I've never purposely went and seeked it out. So anyway, today we're going to be watching They Were 11, which is a 1986 sci-fi anime. Sticking with the 80s, I guess, and sticking with sci-fi. I'm sure the next one won't be sci-fi, but if it is, who cares? I've got the dogs in here with me. We're going to try a little different setup. Some of the comments said I must be a DC fan with everything going on back here. I am a big DC fan, but I'm a DC, Marvel, Image, IDW, everybody, Dark Horse. I love them all. So to be fair, I have my Avengers in-game popcorn bucket. It's a very pretty opening shot.
Inhabitants of Terra Earth have enjoyed several centuries of expansion into space.
War,
As a result,
several centuries.
Independent planet nations have developed.
One will log in together as a team. Present your key cards.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10.
Now then, this is your final operations exam. You will be fully responsible for your spaceship.
You're kidding.
You will be on your own from this moment forward.
10 people for a whole ship? That's a huge ship. Unless they mean like 10 people taking care of the crew. It's kind of like, beginning of like Star Trek movies. When they take the shuttle to the big ship, except they don't even get a shuttle, they just have to fly there.
All right, it should be safe to take our helmets off now.
There's only supposed to be 10 of us. I count 11.
Impossible.
That was
You must have
fast.
miscounted. I count 11 too. There were 10 when we started. You're right. One of us shouldn't be here.
A foul-up like this could cause us to fail the exam.
He's right. I have a feeling somebody's up to no good. Okay, mystery person, who are you and what are you doing here?
They were 11. Okay, we're jumping right into it. Interesting.
I'd better not let this get out of control.
Okay, so some different species here.
assigned to our team?
That is right.
Huh? Son of a gun! I can't believe you're one of us.
Why?
I guess you weren't aware of it, but a lot of girls have been accepted for enrollment at the academy.
Girls? Are you calling me a girl? I've ripped people apart for less than that.
Hey, what's the matter
Shouldn't
with
call
you?
her a girl.
Cut it out, will ya?
Call her a woman.
If you ever say that to me again, your butt is toast. You hear me? You better learn to respect my feelings.
Okay.
I know what circuit the bombs are in, but I can't locate the sequence that feeds it.
We won't have to suffer the suspense very long. One way or the other, it'll all be over in about 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5...
Make a decision!
It's D circuit. Cut power to D circuit.
Lucky guess.
Oh, what do you know? You was right. That was a lucky guess, wasn't it? That was tense.
My heart stopped beating.
What's that?
Shh. Listen.
Welcome to the final stage of your entrance exam. The 10 of you will crew this ship for the next 53 days. Remember, you are a team. You are not in competition.
So they're the whole crew for 53 days. Holy crap.
You are expected to handle all problems and emergencies on your own. Should you encounter difficulties you cannot overcome, depress the red panic button on the scramble control board.
It's quite the test.
Will be terminated and assistance will be dispatched.
That's pretty dumb.
I beg your pardon.
I could claim to be Napoleon. How would you prove I'm not?
Right.
I would know if you were lying.
Are you a mind reader or what?
I'm not claiming that I'm anything like a mind reader. I just have a very strong sense of intuition.
I'm willing to accept whatever you say after the impressive way you discover those bombs.
I mean, the lucky way you discovered those bombs.
Opportunity to watch a real telepath doing his thing before.
My royal duties are too demanding. I just wanted to try this challenge. Wow, a king and a 4th generation.
Just want to spend 53 days in space with a bunch of strangers.
Ordinary common working man class.
Okay.
I'm Amazon Carnice from Earth. A better man than any of these pampered rich darlings.
You don't have to be so
Rich darlings.
Shako
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine.
Here's another Terran. Dolph Tosta from Paradoma. I'm better known as Red Nose.
Okay. Easy nickname.
Alliance.
May I have your name, please?
Oh yeah, it's Froll. Froll Bettichetti Froll.
Froll?
Hearing such coarse language should have told you that.
Don't they teach their children not to use
Was that
profanity where they
language?
come
That
from?
was her name.
What I say is what matters, not how I say it. Don't they teach you manners where you come from? You can call yourself royal, but what you really are is a royal pain in the butt. Go ahead, I'm done now.
I too am from a non-aligned nation, the planet Vidnu. My
I
full
must
name is
break
Vidminian
you.
Moon.
He's so
My
big.
friends call me Nu. I hope I'm among friends here.
Thank you.
Gotta be this one.
This dude's like anti-human.
The Saba system. Einswei. My code number is
Wrong.
I knew it was thickhead. You dirty, stinking
Hold
butt.
on, I was lying deliberately as a way of testing him. Forgive me.
Okay.
I'm sure you understand.
They're not man-eaters, Fro. You don't have to be afraid.
That's very funny, Mr. Big Mouth. I wasn't scared, I was just startled.
Startled. Jeez, it's all over the place.
Are you crazy?
I was just curious. Your skin isn't as soft as mine. Did you know that?
Why does she keep on making
So weird in my life.
observations?
Watch it.
Uh-oh. Found the guns. Messed him up.
No.
Somebody told him to press that, though.
What's wrong? Help them, don't just stand.
Here's the sick bay.
Well, he just knows where everything
You'll
is.
Find the light switches on the wall to your left.
He even knows where the light switches are.
Transfer to the operating table.
This is stupid. Think about it. What did we bring him in here for? Who's gonna perform the operation?
I will.
Don't tell me you're a qualified surgeon on top of everything else.
My mentor was a physician, and I assisted him many times in surgery.
Jeez, wow.
It's your fault he's
here in the first place? How do we know it's not your intention to murder him?
If we
It's a really
lose
good
him,
question.
we'll probably all fail the examination.
Let him do it. If he doesn't survive, you will be held guilty of murder and we will execute you. Do you understand that?
Jeez. Wow.
Is anyone qualified to be my assistant?
What are you talking about, King? He just saved Gonga's life.
We must know if you were ever on this ship before now.
No,
Yeah.
I've never been on any ship before now.
The first day you knew where everything was. You knew how to open up the doors, where to turn on the lights. You knew what was in every section before you saw it. Those guns were securely hidden from everybody except you. You knew exactly
Well, I don't
where
think
they
they were securely hidden, but he did find him.
We will listen carefully as you explain everything, and then we'll vote on whether or not we think we can believe what you say. Fair enough?
That's fair.
I won't let you.
The correct safety procedures. It wouldn't have mattered if the switch was on. According to regulations, in a situation like this, you can't charge Tada because I was responsible for my own safety.
He's sticking up for him. That's good.
I just.
It's always somebody with a guitar.
Oh, this heat is just awful. I can't wait to take a shower. We do have water at least, don't we?
Pressure's low, but it works.
Oh, man. Hey, what's gonna happen to us if we don't quit drifting around that
Is this
sun?
already censored or what?
What do you think?
I'm not gonna think about it. It's not gonna happen.
That's right. Bro! What is it? Hey! Is he a she or what? Tada!
Wait, what? Is he a she?
He has no what? You must be mistaken.
All I know is what I saw and what I didn't see.
I believe you.
Did they think
Always felt that he was
she was a
bit too
he?
beautiful.
Did you know about this?
A little bit too
What do you
beautiful?
mean? What can we do?
On here.
What are you, a man or a woman?
Come again.
You claim you're a man? Well,
Straightforward.
I want some proof.
Okay, here's your proof.
I'm warning you.
If I were female, I'd have a bust, right? But even Tada's chest is larger than mine. I'm getting sick
Another
of constantly
observation.
having to prove that I'm not a female, and I won't put up with it anymore. On my exam, I will have proven that I'm worthy of receiving masculine hormones. Manhood is the greatest honor in life.
This has been an interesting day. Why is
This
being
is
a man such a
very
big
interesting.
deal to your people anyway?
I'm scheduled to marry a 50-year-old man who already has 8 wives working for him. Our wedding
Working
ceremonies
for
are
him.
really beautiful. I have 4. I don't know why anyone would want to be a woman. I want to do things. All a woman gets to do is bear children and raise them. I want more than that. I want to travel and have exciting adventures.
We wouldn't have to worry about the temperature and that damn virus if we had a vaccine. Why don't you try to develop one?
Didn't you hear? We don't have any host animals to work with.
We have to accept our
Just
destiny,
develop a
Riders.
vaccine.
I am not in the
If it
mood
was
for your
that
primitive
easy.
philosophy, New. Now I want to know who shut the cooling unit down. Who did it? It was you. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to murder us?
Why do you want to murder us?
Tada was standing right in front of the control panel.
Just like the last time, Todd it. What?
He's been fooling everybody.
We're going to need his blood to create an antivirus.
Let's go.
Come on.
There's nothing wrong
Your
with
Majesty, stop!
using
Think
his
about
blood.
this before you make a terrible mistake.
Watch out.
Murder!
Let
What, they need all of his blood? They have to murder him?
There he
They
goes.
can't just take
Stop
like a
him.
little bit of
Don't
his
let him
blood?
get away.
And perhaps marry me.
Oh wow, that was fast.
But I won't turn into a woman right away, Todd. It usually takes a while.
I'll wait for you.
He's not even looking at her.
Well, wouldn't you rather have a really beautiful wife?
You are beautiful.
Okay.
Not even. Oh, there you go.
You will?
I feel sort of dizzy and tingly all of a sudden. I guess it must be the fever.
Wow, gave up that dream fast. Jeez. This is a little quick. Okay, so I finished the movie. It's a little shorter than Kira, but it was good. I liked it. Also, you know, a little bit simpler animation, but still there were some great shots, especially of outer space and everything. Cool concept. So basically, there's 10 astronauts that are selected, and their final test is they have to get aboard this ship and take care of it for like 53 days by themselves. And it's a giant ship, so it must be like heavily automated for 10 people to run the entire ship. But as soon as they get inside, they find out there's 11 of them instead of 10. And they're worried that if they don't figure out the mystery of who the 11th person is, then they'll fail the test. Instead of just taking care of the ship, there's an 11th person there. And right off the bat, the accusations start flying. Most of them are humanoid, but basically this is clear out in the future, and Earth has developed warp technology, and they've connected with a lot of other races and other aliens and everything, so it's not uncommon for them to be around aliens, and most of these humanoids aren't even from Earth, but there's two aliens or two non-humanoid people, and that kind of freaks out a couple people, but then the thing that freaks everybody out is that there's a girl among the group, and that girl's name is Froll, and there's a whole back and forth thing. She looks like a girl, she sounds like a girl, she's got long hair, she does the whole wavy hair thing like a girl. She's weaker than all the other characters, but she's not a girl, and she doesn't want you calling her a girl. And at first I was like, okay, she wants you to respect her. She's not a girl, she's a woman, she's an adult like the rest of them, respect her. But then, well, we'll get into that in a second. The other main character is Tada, and he is the first person we follow, and apparently, you know, he's really smart, and everybody was really hoping that he'd get in and pass the test, and so he really wants to pass this final test. And apparently he has some type of mind capabilities. You know, he can sense things that other people can't. He has the Force, pretty much. He can tell when people are lying and everything. And so basically they're all like, well, how do we know who's lying? You know, we can all say who we are. How do we know everybody's telling the truth? And he's like, well, I'm a mind reader, so I'll tell you if someone's lying. And so everybody says their name, where they're from, and no one's lying. So the drama continues, and so the Froll character and Tada keep on kind of being together throughout the movie, and so she kept on like making observations like, your hand's bigger than mine, or your head's hard, or your skin feels different. And I was like, what is this? And then eventually Froll goes to take a shower, and at first I thought this was like censored, because Froll takes off her clothes, and she has like a standard male anime chest, and but one of the guys in the quarters starts freaking out when he sees Froll and runs out of there. And so turns out Froll is a hermaphrodite. They have another word for it, but basically on her planet, they have to grow up and either earn their spot to be a man, or they'll turn into a woman. And there's so many women on her planet, and not a lot of men, that men just take multiple wives, so it's like not uncommon for men to have 8, 9, 10 wives. And basically, but you could become a man if you're like found worthy. And she wants to pass this test so that she will be worthy of being a man. And so that's an interesting concept. And then we find out that the taller alien was also hermaphrodite, and we get a little bit about his species. And so it's a kind of an interesting concept and a cool concept for them to put in a movie from way back in 1986. And so I thought that was interesting. The other theme, the main theme that keeps on reoccurring is that Tada knows so much. He knows where things are. He knows how to do certain things, how to find certain things on the ship. And then some people start getting hurt, or things start going wrong, and he seems to always be right there when it happens. And so logic takes over the rest of the crew, and they're like, it's this guy. He's clearly got a backstory. He's clearly, there's a reason why he's always around when bad things happen. And he knows, I mean, a guy gets hurt and they're like, where's the sick bay? And he takes him right to it. And then he also is like a doctor, and he can also perform surgery. It's just a lot of conveniences. And you know, I agreed with the crew. I thought there was definitely something up. But again, every time there's something, either an alien or a girl, or the girl's not just a girl, or, well, Tata has some type of power. Anytime there's something that separates a person from the group, they must be number 11. So some more things happen. The crew is in peril. There's a virus, there's bombs, and there's a lot of things that could make them fail. And all along they're focusing on those things, but more so on, you know, who's the number 11. And we have to find out who the number 11 is. And everyone's pretty dead set on Tata, and there's absolutely no reason for them not to think that. I'm not going to go into any more than that, because, again, I don't want to spoil it for people. I also didn't include the final footage of me watching this, just because I didn't want to give away the ending. Obviously, you know, there's a reveal of who the number 11 is and what everything's going on. But yeah, it was a fun movie. I got a little bored with it at some times. It was definitely slower than Akira was. But I did like it. I thought it was fun. Apparently it's based on a manga that was legendary and won a lot of awards, and then they even had a live action adaptation of it, which I might have to find somewhere. That'd be kind of fun to watch. But yeah, it was a really neat concept. It was a bottle film, you know, just, you know, who's the odd man out, set in a sci-fi background. So I really liked it. So I can't wait to see what you guys want me to watch next. I've got a list. I'm going to probably just do a random pick from there. Hopefully the next one won't be sci-fi. I love sci-fi, but I want to mix it up. If you've noticed from my last video, I'm clean shaven today. I'm actually growing a mustache in the month of May for a fundraiser called Mustaches for Kids in Omaha. They've selected 8 Omaha charities that they're raising money for, if people will sign up to be mustache growers, and then they'll raise funds, and then the funds will be divided between the 8 charities. So I decided to do that. So over these next couple videos, if you're wondering why I am growing a creepy mustache, that's the reason. So, all right, well, thanks for watching this, and please send me some more I Don't Know Anime, and I want to learn more. So, thanks.